It's a new year, and you're going to hear a lot about goals and resolutions. But with Parkinson's, before you even talk about goals, we need to get something else straight, and we need to get it straight first. I've been living with Parkinson's now for over 15 years, and I've learned this the hard way. Because without this one thing, there's really no point in making resolutions or setting goals. They just won't stick. In this episode, I'm going to help you spot what's quietly holding you back. And once you see it, it's going to change everything. And stay with me to the end because I've got the first Bryce-ism of the year that's going to start you off on the right track.
Welcome to Living with Parkinson's. The good, the bad, and the reality. Real talk, real life, real community with Bryce Perry. Let's begin.
All right, welcome back. First of all, a huge Happy New Year to all of our channel members and everyone in the inner circle. I am really glad that you're here. And I want to say a genuine thank you. Thank you so much to every single one of you watching. Because in just the past year, this community has grown to over 17,000 subscribers. Honestly, that still blows my mind. But this episode actually marks our 1-year anniversary. And we're officially kicking off season 2 of this channel and this podcast. So year 2 of real conversations, year 2 of learning together, and year 2 of doing this the right way. Not perfectly, but honestly. And if you're new here, my name is Bryce, and I was diagnosed with Parkinson's at the age of 40. And this channel is all about real life with Parkinson's, the good, the bad, and the reality. And today we're starting the year exactly where we need to start, with awareness. And stick around to the very end because today's Bryce-ism it's going to be worth it, I promise you. So over the last few weeks, I've been seeing the same realization show up in the comments over and over again. Different people, different places, same moment. Saying things like, I didn't even notice how much I stopped until I tried again. Or, I used to walk every day and now I don't. Others were saying, I thought I was just tired, but something's changed. Now, if that sounds familiar, I want you to hear this clearly. This isn't laziness. This isn't you failing. This is Parkinson's doing what Parkinson's does. Quietly shrinking your world while you're busy just trying to get through the days. It doesn't show up with a warning. It doesn't kick the door in. It just slowly rearranges things until one day you notice. And January has a funny way of shining a light on that, doesn't it? Now, here's something that Parkinson's is really good at, and I don't mean this in a good way. It rarely takes things all at once. It takes a little confidence, a little balance, a little energy, a little willingness. And before you realize it, you're still living life, but you're just in a smaller box. Now, for me, it didn't happen overnight. I didn't wake up one day and say, well, I guess I'm done moving. I started editing my life, shorter walks, avoiding uneven sidewalks, parking closer when I could, whenever I could, and saying no to things that used to feel automatic. At the time, it felt smart. It felt responsible even. I told myself I was adapting. But looking back now, I can see it way more clearly. There is a huge difference between adapting and quietly retreating. And Parkinson's blurs that line really, really well. Now stay with me for a second. This part really matters. That wasn't failure. That wasn't weakness. That was information. Now here's the science part in plain English. Parkinson's affects dopamine, right? Dopamine helps your brain start and smoothly control movement. Over time, those signals don't fire as cleanly. So your brain starts saying, that feels harder than it used to. And your body says, let's avoid that. Now, that's not you being lazy. That's your nervous system trying to conserve energy. And here's the real life version. It's like your phone battery slowly getting worse. You don't stop using your phone all at once. You dim the screen, you close apps, you avoid videos. Not because you don't like your phone, but because you're adapting. That's exactly what happens with movement. And if we don't update the plan, Parkinson's will update it for us. And that's why I keep coming back to systems instead of willpower. And it's also why I keep talking about the boot camp the way I do. Not because it's magic, not because it fixes everything, but just because it helps you notice slippage early and adjust before it turns into a loss. So it's like, so you're not sitting alone in your living room wondering, is this just a bad week or is there something else going on here? You've got a plan, you've got structure, and you've got people checking in on you. And just so you know, the next boot camp round starts right away. It starts this month. And the link is right there in the description. If you want to take a look after this, please do. There's no pressure. Just an option if you want more support this year and if this year is going to really hit. You know, New Year's hits different with Parkinson's. It really does because it forces comparison. Who you were, who you think you should be, who you wish you still were. And that gap can feel heavy. But here's something I wish that I understood a lot sooner. Goals aren't the problem. Pretending you're the same body you were last year, that's the problem. Parkinson's doesn't mean no goals. It means flexible goals, adjustable goals, and goals that work when sleep was bad, when meds were off, if freezing outside, and if motivation is nowhere to be found. Because if your plan only works on the good days, that's not a plan. That's hope without structure. So here's what I can't ignore anymore going into this new year. And maybe this will land for you as well. First, we have to stop lying to ourselves about movement. Not, I'll start soon. Not, I've been meaning to. Not, when this happens. Just what's actually happening right now. We have to. And second, we need to stop building goals that only survive on good days. Parkinson's doesn't respond to motivation. It responds to systems. Motivation gets you started once. Systems get you started over and over again, especially on bad days. And third, we need to stop treating reduced movement like it's temporary. If something is slipping, it deserves attention now, not someday. Now, that might feel uncomfortable, but awareness isn't discouraging. Awareness is leverage. And speaking of leverage, it's now time for Carmen's Care Partner Corner. Here's what Carmen wrote for me to read to you today. From a care partner's perspective, movement changes rarely show up as one big moment. They show up as patterns, shorter walks, more hesitation, avoiding things that used to be easy. And one of the hardest parts is knowing how to bring it up without sounding critical or controlling. What I've learned is this. Starting with curiosity changed everything. I've noticed lands very differently than you should. Ignoring changes doesn't protect feelings, and talking about them kindly protects futures. And that goes for partners, spouses, family, and friends. And just a quick Happy New Year. I hope you're excited for the new year, and I'm glad that we're doing life together. Love, Carmen. Well, thank you, Carmen. That was awesome. Appreciate that very much. And if you're watching this on your own, I want to talk to you just for a second. When there's no one watching, it's easy to tell yourself everything is fine. But self honesty is harder than when you're solo, and it matters more. So here's a simple ask for today. Just one. What's the one movement thing that's slipping the most right now? You don't have to fix it. You don't have to solve it. Just have to name it. Because naming something doesn't make it worse. It gives you back control. It really does. And if you want structure, accountability, and people who truly get it, that's what boot camp and the inner circle are there for. And if you're not ready for that yet, that's okay. Start here. Start right now in the comments. This is a community, not just a channel. This is a community, not just a podcast. So do me a favor. In the comments, I want you to finish this sentence. Are you ready? The movement I'm losing the most is blank. That's it. The movement that I notice that I'm missing the most is blank. And you know what? You never know who you will help just by being honest. Now listen, next episode, we are talking goals. Okay? How big is too big? How to stretch without snapping? And how to build goals that actually survive Parkinson's reality. Because this year isn't about perfection. It's about starting again and with your eyes wide open. Which brings me to your Bryce-ism of the episode. and the first one of 2026. And if you're ready for this, let's do this. Ready? With Parkinson's, ignoring the problem feels easier today until tomorrow makes the decision for you. There you go. I want you to put that one in your back pocket. You hold on to that all year. This is the year that you are not going to procrastinate. This is the year that you are not going to false hope. This is the year you're going to believe that you can be better, do better, and live better, even with a diagnosis of Parkinson's. There you go. That's the episode. Until next time, I want you to keep showing up. I want you to keep being real. And I want you to keep doing life and doing it today. And I'll see you on the next episode.
Parkinson's may be part of your life, but it doesn't get to define it. Thanks for listening to Living with Parkinsons, the good, the bad, and the reality. If this episode moved you, helped you, or reminded you you're not alone, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Want to go deeper? The Inner Circle is waiting. Monthly Zoom calls, 24/7 community, and a direct line to Bryce. You'll find the link in the show notes. Until next time, keep showing up and keep doing life today.